Good morning, world. It is Sunday, June 13th, and we're supposed to be getting out of Albuquerque today, but we've got a busted spring inside of our brake housing. I can show you that. See it right here? This. I just talked to a guy we met just a couple weeks ago in Texas, who has his own mobile RV repair business. And he explained to me that spring doesn't activate the brake, but it deactivates the brake. So there's an electromagnet that activates the brake, which pushes outward, and the springs pull it back in. So there's more than one spring in there, but with one loose or one not in there, the biggest problem is with it bouncing around, it could get lodged somewhere and cause problems. So the problem is I got to take the wheel off in order to access the brake assembly. And in some designs, you have to remove the bearings in order to do that. And some designs you don't, apparently. That's what Matt just told me. And removing the bearings usually involves having to repack the bearings with grease. And I don't have grease, and I don't have a grease gun. And it's just not something that's something you're supposed to do once a year, but we just got this camper brand new in January, so I wasn't planning to have to repack the bearings on this trip. So I don't have any equipment for that. And it's a Sunday, so there is one local mobile RV technician that claims to be 24/7, but all the other ones claim to be closed on Sunday. So we're gonna get into it. I'm gonna jack up this side of the camper and take the wheel off and see what's what. This is what we found when we opened up the wheel. Our brakes fell apart. So, gonna try and figure out how to put it back together, or at least take it out of there so it's not bouncing around. Driving us into town. We're going to meet up with Elise and Brady and get some lunch, kind of. We all kind of ate lunch, but get some more lunch. So we sort of have a handle on the brake situation, but because our camper is under warranty, we want to wait until tomorrow, Monday, when the dealership opens up again, so that we can have a conversation about, who's fixing what and who's paying for what, etc. So instead of heading up to Santa Fe today, we're going to stay put here in Albuquerque and stay at our campground another night, maybe two, hopefully not, hopefully just one more night, and we can get on the road tomorrow. I think it'd be safe to drive the camper now that we got the parts that came loose off, but there's we're right next to Camping World, and there's a bunch of other RV dealerships right there, so they all have technicians, so it's probably just going to be easier for us to get it fixed here. So we're going to stay put.
The elevation's a lot higher.
Yeah, I think that's how it gets you.
It's just so intense. Yes.
Yeah, I mean, we don't put yeah. But
You gonna press the button?
We are listening from Lawrence, Kansas. How about that? Lawrence, Kansas. How do there, Lawrence, Kansas? And want to say hello to everybody back home. We miss you all. Oh, they're way out there. I guess she goes to school. Eileen's daughter. Ronnie Batista. Hello, Iceman. All is well. I'd like to say some birthday shout-outs. Happy 5th birthday to my Baba, Damien. He turned 5 today. My son, Levon Concho, his birthday is on June 20th. And my youngest son, Leon Concho, on June 9th. Happy birthday, Lee, all of you.
And then where's Dairy Queen? Is it over on this side?
It's on the right.
Coming up. Is now might be a good time for me.
Shout out to Aunt Emily, Eileen's sister Emily, for the Dairy Queen gift card. We finally found a Dairy Queen, and they now have a non-dairy dilly bar. And kind of an interesting story, but Eileen and Emily and Eileen's mom
Yes, my mom.
are somehow related to the person that
Yeah.
invented the dilly bar. We'll have to check with Eileen's mom about the full story, but somehow the family is related to the woman responsible for inventing the dilly bar, the real
Or-
deal dilly bar, the first one.
It's like a dip cone.
Yeah, it's just ice cream on a stick that's been dipped in chocolate.
I mean, the dip cones was always my favorite, so this is perfect.
But we also got some blizzards. Show me your blizzard, Hank. You should be able to turn it upside down without it falling out. Just do it real quick. They did it before they handed it to me, so.
Really?
Yeah, maybe don't do it. Ella, oh, yours is like melting down the sides. Good
That's
gracious.
what happens here in.
Yours was more filled
It's
than mine.
very hot. It's
so
100
hot.
degrees here. Let's see. 101. Woo! Albuquerque. You know how to pack a punch. But we're about to head over to the Petroglyph National Monument. We were hoping not to go because it's like right now because it's so hot, but the visitor center closes at 4:30 and it's 3:40, so we only have 50 minutes until they close the visitor center. I think the park is open later, but anyway, we'll go check it out. Alright, so one of the largest petroglyph sites. Common petroglyph meanings. The macaw. The spiral. Geometric. And hands. cool. So it's like 101 degrees out, and the hiking trails have no shade. So we're not going to do any of the hikes right now. But what you see are a bunch of cool rocks with really ancient carvings on them. So, yeah, maybe Eileen and the kids can come back and do that tomorrow while I deal with the car trailer situation. But we're not going to do that right now. See what you got, Hank. Oh,
Nice,
got it.
Dad.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty good.
Yeah, pretty good with the old rubber band. Oh, a whiff. All right. Got it. Bagged it. Having kind of a slow day here in the old camper. It's so hot outside. It's just too hot to do anything. I think we might venture out, try and find a food truck for some legit New Mexican tacos. Maybe. I'm hoping anyway.